And then you go into the main event. Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. Now, folks, in the first round, it was close. I would still edge it towards Kamaru. Jorge was landing a lot of leg kicks. That was interesting. One very good point that Chael Sonnen made on a video of his was like, man, if you're versing a wrestler, you don't want to keep your hands very high, right? The worst thing for a Thai guy is to verse a wrestler, because if you watch the Thai guys, they have their hands really, really high. And when you have that kind of narrow stance, it's like, dude, you're asking to be taken down. So every time, if you looked at Jorge in slow speed, he throws a shot, but then he lowers his hands. He throws a shot, and then he lowers his hands. And I believe Usman got a takedown early in the round. And all you got to do, man, is get a takedown or fake a takedown. And now the psychology behind it is that's in the back of your opponent's mind, right? So throughout the fight, even if Usman doesn't go for a takedown, but he changes levels to, jab him in the stomach or even jab him in the thigh, which is something you don't see often, you're messing with him, right? George St. Pierre went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he was like, dude, what you want to do is you want to, what did he say? The secret to beating someone is to, there's a word I'm looking for, override a person's nervous system. So if I keep feigning and if I keep making you fake reacting and you're in fight or flight mode, you've only got so many, so many reflexes in you, right? By the 10th, 15th, 20th time that you're, that you like spring into like defend a takedown or that you move or bob and weave, it starts to make you tired, right? It really drains your cardio. And George was like, man, if you can overwork the other guy's nervous system, slow down his reaction time, then you'll just freaking pick him apart later on in the rounds. That was his mentality. And dude, oh my God, dude, we get to the second round. Usman knocked Jorge Masvidal into another state, dude. He knocked his ass out of Florida. Oh my God. Literally, like 10 seconds before it happens. I was like, Usman's like missing a lot of his shots. Like Jorge's doing a good job, bobbing and weaving. But dude, if he lands one of those, and then as soon as I say it, pop, the right hand, my God, you keep watching it on replay. Kamaru Usman knocked out Jorge Masvidal in the second round. And that is 3 finishes back to back to back. Colby Covington finished. Gilbert Burns finished, Jorge Masvidal finished, and all on the feet, dude. That's the crazy thing about it. Every single person, I believe Kamaru Usman has 14 consecutive wins now. Man, he looks so jacked in there. It was unfreaking believable. I couldn't believe my eyes. Wow, 1-punch knockout. You can have some serious power, folks. I don't know if you've ever, like to knock someone out, a lot of it is just, you either got to have the right amount of power, the right angle, and the right precision, or sometimes it's just by luck. But don't think that you're going to get into a fight 1-pound punch and you're going to knock them out. Like, don't look at those street fight videos, man. Like, they're far and few in between if you really try to knock someone out. So that was crazy, dude. And what I was talking earlier with Valentina, it's like, man, when you become a wrestler, the worst thing for your opponent is for you to be a wrestler who develops amazing striking, right? Or to be a striker who develops amazing grappling. One reason, right, why George was just whooping people left and right was he had phenomenal wrestling. And I don't even believe he did any in high school or college. Sensational wrestling, brilliant angles, brilliant timing. And then he just got a really good freaking jab. And then on top of that, he got an amazing, clean Superman punch. And now he was doing like a Superman jab. And then when you mix that all together, you're effed. You're absolutely effed. Like, there's nothing you could do. John Jones, another example. His stand-up is so good that if people watch him who don't know him, they're like, oh, he must have been doing striking, in college. Like, no, bro, he's a wrestler. His base is wrestling. His wrestling is so damn good that he doesn't even have to wrestle. He will beat you on the feet. And Usman has proved to us in these last 3 fights, he's going like, man, you want to stand? I'll freaking stand. And when the wrestler gets really, really good at striking, it's like, dude, you're talking about one of the best welterweights to ever do it. Hands down. If not one of the best fighters to ever enter the UFC, period. Being 19-1, if I'm not mistaken now. 18-1 or 19-1? I believe it's 19-1 now. Dude, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. For anyone who wants to get into MMA, I always thought that was the right way to go. I thought, go, or not MMA, actually, yeah, MMA, or anything really. Do one thing, because I've met people who've done, let's say, karate for 2 months, Muay Thai for 3 months, wrestling for 6 months, and it all looks horrific, right? Because the differing philosophies, right, the ideologies which you like to put forward, where to put your balance, is terrible. But when you have people who, let's say you do jiu-jitsu for 10, 15 years, you specialize it, it's good, and then when it's at a certain level, now you start focusing on something else, like let's say boxing or Muay Thai, it's a really good hybrid mold, and I think that's what you're seeing a lot in these people. You're seeing this beautiful combination of, you've got such a solid foundation, and now built on that foundation, you add these other things, right? You add striking, you add leg kicks, and it's unbelievable, bro. Like now you have to know everything. You know, you can't go in MMA, in my opinion, be like, yo, I just boxed, but I don't have any takedown defense. That's the thing. Like if you're a boxer, even if you don't have, you know, the jiu-jitsu skills or the takedown skills, you got to be at least able to defend the takedown, or at least able to defend submissions if they come your way. Otherwise, dude, you're screwed. Same thing with a wrestler or jiu-jitsu guy. It's like, dude, the fight starts on the feet. You got to be able to take the person down, right? To get a hold of him. But even then, it's hard when he's punching you in the face. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to throw some shots, right? That's why Ben Askren was so successful in MMA, right? His wrestling, you know, set up his shots, and his shots set up his wrestling. So it was a beautiful, beautiful symbiotic relationship.